What is going on, guys? I'm Jaye the Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. This is going to be extended commentary on a video I did on my Basic Social Politics channel. Make sure you go and subscribe to it. I'm going to put a link to that video in the description in the comment section. I first spoke about Kellie Chauvin divorcing Derek. Y'all know after what he had done, rightfully so. She decided that she's done with him. She's divorcing him. And I made that video, and what was interesting was that some things came to light about her. And I'm going to discuss the really why and the truth really behind the situation of her seeking to get out of this marriage. Now, some of the information that was brought to light was the fact that in 2015, when she was married to another guy, she had wrote a bad check. And in that particular situation, that case was dropped, right? Now, when you look at how they met, they were married for 10 years. And she put up with the guy, she tolerated him. She even spoke glowingly about him in 2018. But now she wants out. I have seen men who are married or in relationships do very egregious things, and their wives stick by them. Their girlfriends stick by them. But Kellie was ready to leave and distance herself from this guy. As a matter of fact, she is seeking to have her last name changed effective immediately while she's going through this divorce. She doesn't even want spousal support. She doesn't want any spousal support from this guy. Well, she can't really get any, because he can't really provide for her right now. But be that as it may, she basically worked as a realtor. They have two homes, one in Minnesota and the other in Florida. I believe the Florida home was vandalized and spray painted and all that stuff. Now, when you look at this marriage, she met him while she was working in a hospital, okay? And she basically said that she was looking for a guy with certain criteria, and he met those. I wonder what that main criteria was, Anyway, you mean to tell me you was with this guy for 10 years, you didn't notice certain tendencies about the guy, now you want to distance yourself from him? Is it because you're distancing yourself from him because of what he just did, or is it because you've always known this guy to be this way, to feel a certain way? And I think y'all know what way I'm speaking on. She wanted out of this marriage because she wants to start new. She already had one foot out of the door. She's a 2018 beauty queen. Some people were saying that it was a wives pageant or whatnot, but she holds herself in very high regard. Even though she's 45, actually, I believe she's a year older than Derek, right? She still thinks that she can go out here and get, another guy. Maybe she can. But I don't believe that she was just totally out of the loop as to this guy's behavior. In a lot of situations, women who are in a relationship with certain guys, there's certain traits that attract them to them. I did a live stream about a young lady that dated a Caucasian guy, but then claimed that she didn't know this guy was discriminatory because he was making certain comments about her and wanting to call her the N-word. And she said that she didn't see that. Well, really? You didn't? There's certain things that attract you to certain people. She was attracted to a guy in uniform. She spoke glowingly about him just a couple of years ago. Now all of a sudden you want nothing to do with this guy. We really have to look at these particular situations and look what's the deeper meaning. And that's what my content is for those of you who are new to it. I like to look at the deeper meaning of certain things. I'm not here to just deliver news. I'm here to speak logically about certain things that I have noticed. That's what makes me different than other people. And I see somebody that wants to distance herself from a guy because she was already looking to distance herself from this guy. Just needed a reason. She's ready to change her last name. And what others are ignoring is the fact that her brother stood right there and didn't do anything. Okay? Is she distancing herself from her brother too? Because he was just as involved in the situation as her husband was. How did her brother get on the police force? Did the husband help him? Now, again, everybody's focused on Derek, and rightfully so. Even though people are out here doing the most, and some of them probably don't even know who George Floyd was. But honestly, we have to look at everything encompassing this situation, and we are focused on Kellie in a particular manner because she is this guy's wife, and she wants to erase ever being with this guy. She wants to change her last name. She wants to act like she wasn't attracted to him and she wasn't married to him for 10 years. She wants to blend in with the crowd again. She doesn't want that heat on her, because I guarantee you, if you look deep enough, she's probably said certain things about minorities that she doesn't want people to know, that she doesn't want you to know. This is her second marriage. Don't know how the other one ended, but she's been with this guy for a number of years. I know she know what this guy is like. I know she know this guy's probably said things and done things, and she overlooked it because she liked the way her life was. The fact that they owned property, the fact that, you know, he was a police officer. She liked that lifestyle. But that lifestyle is gone, and she's looking to move on. It wouldn't surprise me at all by the end of the year, she's already with somebody else and engaged to be married to that person, just to wipe away and distance themselves from that particular person. So you really have to look at why she's looking to just completely try to erase him out of her life. Now, again, I can understand that you don't want to be connected to this guy, but I mean, you shared home with this guy for years, married to him for years. Now all of a sudden he's the worst thing ever, and we are supposed to believe you didn't know that. Now, I've also heard people say, well, maybe this is a play for them to hide money. He's going to transfer money over to her. She divorced him so that when people come to sue him, he won't be held liable. Let me tell y'all why that's not going to happen, because in most cases, the officer never gets sued. It's the police department that gets sued. So the family's suing, they're going to sue the police department, not necessarily the officer, unless that's the route they go. And in that case, that could be what it is. But I mean, that could only be in a situation where she feels that he's going to get out of jail. Now, there's still a good chance that he either does little to no time. Have we seen in these instances where these melanated men, are, lost due to these, incompetent cops? Do we see them get long sentences? Do we see them go away? For the most part, they get off. Even what happened to Eric Garner's situation, a clear situation where that cop was being incompetent. No time. So I can see if it's that way, but I think that we're going to see her leave and not come back. She might even move out of the state of Minnesota to basically assume a whole nother life. We still got Zimmerman that's living, breathing, doing whatever it is he wants to do. And no one seems to really care anymore. I mean, he'll go viral here and there, but nothing is done. And unfortunately, with the George Floyd situation, I truly believe that that's what's going to happen. And Kellie knows that, and she knows that she can just move on and maybe people forget about it. She's not on social media like that. Maybe she'll come back once the heat goes away, because that's what happens in these situations. People should take these situations to gain something, to where these type of incidents never happen again. That's what we need to see. We need to see a situation where what happened here, it never happens again. That's what should be done. But until we are respected as a community of people, you will have incidences happen like this. Now, as far as Kellie is concerned, again, Kellie in her mind believes she can move on. And she's not an unattractive woman by any means, especially for a 45-year-old woman. So she can and probably will move on. Okay? Now they could pull the okie doke, and let's say he gets little to no time and they can hook right back up. But y'all know what's really crazy? If you look at the Aaron Hernandez situation and how his fiance stuck by his side throughout the whole situation, but eventually she did move on. She did not get a lot of heat like that. I noticed that. I think she got some criticism, but it wasn't to the point to where she just had to uproot her whole life. She's still doing what she wants to do. She's in a whole nother relationship. I believe she just had another kid with this guy. Start a whole nother life with a new person. And she still talks about Aaron. She still cries over him. I believe she still misses him to this day. That is somebody who actually cares about the person that they're with, whether we agree with it or not. But with Kellie was probably looking for an opportunity to leave. I think she may have gotten comfortable, but she probably wanted out of that situation. Maybe she was afraid to leave. Now she can leave and never look back. This is why she wants to change her last name. She wants to out of that situation. It really would not surprise me if she moves out of the state of Minnesota and moves on, because that's probably what she's been wanting to do for quite some time. This situation has opened itself up to give her the opportunity to be able to move on. And maybe that's what she wanted, was an opportunity to distance herself from this guy. She looking at the divorce, what is being said as far as the notes of it, she doesn't really want much from him, maybe because she already has everything, you know. Now with Kellie, to me, this is a play on trying to get people off of her and laying low, wanting to distance herself, which is fine. She didn't ask for all of this scrutiny that she's getting, and she may just want to restart and rebuild. But we will see. We will definitely see. But to me, I think she's moved on.